Happen once in a while, and dealing with some technology. We'll get you updated on what has been going on. Thank you for your patience. If it does happen again, just keep on clicking the new event that'll pop up, as Dean knows exactly what to do to get things going once again. Right now, the Bulldogs are batting with a runner at third and 2 men out. And at the plate, designated hitter Bo Bonds. No score here in the top of the second. Conquerors got 2 men on. The bottom of the first did not score. 3 balls, no strikes to Braxton Furry. The runner at third is Blake Tedder. He reached on an error by the first baseman, Dylan Simmons. Zane Stevens led off with a fly ball to center field. High drive into right. Keelan Washington over near the line, and he makes the play. We'll keep it here so we can catch you up on the action. We go to the bottom of the second. There is no score. While we were out, Chad Ragland led off in the bottom of the first for the Conquerors with a ground ball to the second baseman. Austin Martin struck out swinging. Dylan Simmons drew a walk. Tyler Eisenberg reached on an error. And Logan Nugent flew out to center field to end the first inning. As the Bulldogs came to bat in the top of the second, Zane Stevens led off with a fly out to the center fielder Ragland. Blake Tedder, as we said, ground ball, reached on an error by Simmons at first. Josh Wharton, ground ball to the shortstop Austin Martin. He was out, but he did advance the runner Tedder. A balk called on A.J. Libas put Tedder at third, and you just saw the line drive into right field to retire the side, Braxton Furry. So you're caught up now. Hopefully no further issues. Checked our equipment. Problem with the live stream website. Thank you to all those who work at live stream for getting us back as quickly as possible. Bottom of the second, no score. Keelan Washington, K.C. Eisenberg, and Connor Aldrich due up for the Trinity Christian Academy Conquerors.
Catcher number 24, K.C. Eisenberg.
Catcher K.C. Eisenberg at the plate. So as we were trying to get that equipment, might have missed a couple of things, but Eisenberg at the plate for the Conquerors. One ball, no strikes, and a ground ball hit hard to the third baseman. Morrill over to first in time. One away.
Now batting for the Conquerors, number 1, third baseman.
Third baseman Connor Aldrich coming up to the plate. He steps in with a batting average of .294, 5 for 17, 2 RBIs. First pitch from Stevens, a little bit inside. Both pitchers working very quickly. Zane Stevens for Suwanne and A.J. Labus for Trinity Christian. The 1-0 on the inside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike to the sophomore, Connor Aldrich. Stevens again from the stretch. Working from the stretch with the bases empty. He's been effective so far. Got behind a couple of hitters, but made some pitches when he needed to do so. 2 balls and a strike now to Connor Aldrich. And the pitch. Line drive into left field and down for a base hit. Aldrich around first as the ball gets by, and he will pull up into second base. And we'll see how the official scorekeeper, David Seekbert, scores that one. A tough play as the ball kind of knuckled on Furry out there in left field. Any event, Aldrich is aboard at second with 1 away.
Designated hitter, Ryan Meany.
It's going to be a single and an error on the left fielder to allow the runner to second base. Freshman Brian Munoz at the plate, the designated hitter. Runner at second, 1 out. Munoz squares, pulls it back, throw down to second, not in time. One ball, no strikes on Brian Munoz. 0 for 3 on the season. Started the season unable to play due to injury, but he's back now, and he lays down a nice bunt. Morrill charging in, throwing to first, ball gets away. Aldrich will score, and the Conquerors have a 1-0 lead. Credit Munoz with a sacrifice bunt. He reaches on the error and the ball thrown. Aldrich scores, no RBI, but the Conquerors have a runner at second, 1 run in for the top of the order center fielder Chad Ragland. Ragland lays down the bunt down the line, and it'll trickle foul. One thing about the Conquerors, they work on their bunting. Everyone on the roster gets extensive practice laying down the bunt, and you just saw why. Led to a run, and now Ragland with very good speed. He's very capable of beating one out. Corner infielders, even with the bags, and the pitch from Stevens. Showed bunt, pulled it back, throw down to second. Aldrich is back in time. And the Bulldog fans did not like the call. Time called as Coach Bruce heads out to the infield to have a discussion with the second base umpire. Connor Aldrich singled into left. Advance a second as the ball got by the left fielder. Scored on the bunt from Munoz. Ball getting away from first baseman Johnson. Munoz will return to second base. 1 out. Bottom of the second, Conquerors lead 1-0. Chad Ragland at the plate. Ball and a strike. And a pitch from Stevens outside. Ragland again showing bunt. So now Stevens will get ready for the 2-1 pitch. Big hole on the left side. Here's the pitch. Ragland lays it down to third base line. Again, it trickles foul. 2-2. Ragland capable of still keeping that ball in play with 2 strikes. Let's see what Coach Morales has going as the senior Ragland returns to the plate. Stevens with the 2-2, swing and a miss, a good curveball, and that got him. First strikeout for Zane Stevens. 2 down for the shortstop, Austin Martin. He went down on strikes his first time up. Munoz, a runner at second. Austin Martin at the plate. And Stevens is ready. First pitch. Started to go, held up. Ball taken low and inside for ball 1. Martin 4 for 21 now on the season. This pitch is upstairs. He's ahead to count 2-0. Came close to putting one out of here, had the distance in the first inning. Ball curved foul. Up there ahead in the count. Here's Stevens with the pitch. Curveball misses. 3 balls, no strikes. And the 3-0 pitch on the inside corner. 3 balls and a strike. The Bulldogs in the state of Florida ranked number 6 in Class 5A. Trinity Christian number 2 in 4A behind only their big rivals, the Stallions of the Providence School. Breaking ball misses inside. That is ball 4. Third walk issued by Stevens, and the Conquerors have 2 on and 2 out for the first baseman, Dylan Simmons.
Number 18, Dylan Simmons.
Munoz at second, Martin aboard at first. Simmons at the plate. He walked his first time up. Down in the dirt. 1 ball, no strikes. The 1-0 upstairs. 2 balls, no strikes. Time called. Coach Morales talking things over with his hitter, while McMillan checks on Stevens on the mound. How about that USA team last night coming back late? Adam Jones, Eric Hosmer going deep in the 7th and the 8th innings. 8th innings, both those home runs. USA got a run in the 7th, ended up winning 4-2 on the comeback effort. This pitch down and away, and Stevens down 3 balls, no strikes. He's fallen behind the last few hitters. Fastball's in there for strike 1. Ground ball headed toward the hole, a base hit. Here's Munoz. He was off on the pitch and no throw to the plate. Munoz scores and the Conquerors lead 2-0. RBI single for Dylan Simmons. Martin stops at second. And it's a 2-0 Conquerors lead for Tyler Eisenberg. Reached on an error his first time up. Line drive down the left field line and hooking foul. Eisenberg hit it hard. Down in the count now. No balls and a strike. Throw down to second and Martin is back. Ball nearly got away. Good play by the shortstop, Jackson Green. Big hole on the left side. Stevens looks the runner back. Green holding the runner close. Third baseman Morrill over near the line, so Eisenberg has a chance to shoot one through. And the pitch, line drive, left field. That's going to drop in for a hit. Here's Martin around third. He will score. And the Conquerors lead 3-0. Dylan Simmons stops at third. That's an RBI double for Tyler Eisenberg.
Now batting for the Conquerors.
Tyler and KC, brothers and both the sons of Chuck and Vanessa Eisenberg, and both of them do a whole lot for Trinity Christian Academy baseball and Coach Gil Morales. Glad to have them both around. Hope they'll be here a long time. They got a younger son in 7th grade who's going to come up through the wings before long. This pitch is outside corner, strike 1 to Logan Nugent. Second and third, 2 outs. And the pitch in the dirt. And a good block by McMillan. Three runs in. Simmons, the runner at third. Eisenberg at second, and a look back. Stevens with the 1-1, swing and a miss, strike 2. Nugent is hitting .333 coming into today's play. 1 home run, 11 RBIs. That home run was a grand slam against Ridgeview High School. And the pitch, swing and a miss, and that'll retire the side. Conquerors get 3 unearned runs, leave 2 hits in the inning, and we go to the third. It's Trinity Christian 3, Suwanne nothing. We go to the top of the third. It's a 3-0 Conquerors lead. Hitters 9, 1, and 2 due up for the Bulldogs. Dalton Croft, Houston Morrill, Sam McMillan. A.J. Labus starts his third inning. This pitch is low and in the dirt. Ball 1. Labus has allowed 1 hit through the first 2, and this pitch is on the outside corner. Good news for the Gator fans in NCAA Big Dance Tournament, 80-65 over East Tennessee State. So the Gators are going to advance to the round of 32. 2 balls and a strike to Dalton Croft. Florida State plays later tonight. Here's a 2-1 and fouled back. Dalton Croft, a sophomore. 2 for 15 on the season. He does have a triple, and this one is up high. That fills up the count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Labus winds and delivers. It's fouled off. Conquerors got 3 in the bottom half of the second. That's been all the scoring. All 3 runs unearned. And the pitch. That's a beautiful breaking ball, and that is strike 3 and out number 1. First strikeout for A.J. Labus. Top of the order, Houston Morrill due up for Suwanne. Morrill reached on an error by the shortstop Martin on a pop-up in the first inning. And high blue sky, bright sunshine, temperatures in the upper 50s. And the pitch, breaking ball misses down for ball 1. A lot more pleasant than the initial forecast had us going. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss, foul tip rather into the mitt. 1 ball, 1 strike. We had record low temperatures this morning. 29 degrees in downtown Jacksonville. Gotta love that Florida springtime weather. 2 balls and a strike. Breaking ball misses down, 3-1. Of course, officially it is still winter until Tuesday the 21st. So one last bit of cold coming in through Jacksonville. 3-1, ground ball toward Martin. Scoop and a throw. Dug out of the dirt by Simmons, 2 away. So Labus gets the first 2 men here in the third. Sam McMillan at the plate. He singled to right his first time up. So far, that's been the only hit off of A.J. Labus. Bulldogs had a threat going with second and third in the first. Did not score. Fly out turned into a double play. And this one off the catcher's mitt. Ball 1. Nugent made a terrific throw to the plate. And the Conquerors trap Morrill between third and home. 2 balls, no strikes. Labus with the 2-0 misses, or rather catches the corner. A little late call, but it's 2-1. Fastball on the outside corner. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Labus with the pitch, check swing, and he held up in time. So the count is full. Sam McMillan at the plate. Labus with the payoff pitch, line drive into right field. Keelan Washington is there to retire the side. Well hit, but it's out number 3. Bulldogs go down in order in the third. We go to the bottom half. Conquerors lead 3-0. Conquerors coming to bat in the bottom of the third, leading 3-0. And while we have an opportunity, we'll let you know the upcoming schedule for both teams. And as we usually do, we start with a courtesy to our visitors. Next up, after today, for the Suwanne Bulldogs, we're participating in the Ben Watkins Tournament of Champions. So tomorrow, Bulldogs are going to play against Bishop Verot. And on Saturday against Calvary Christian Academy, as those teams have made their way up to Jacksonville. The other half of this tournament's taking place at Providence. That's on Jacksonville's south side. Keelan Washington will lead things off for the Conquerors. He flew out to center field to end the first. On March 23rd, Bulldogs will travel to Baker County High School. That is a District 5A District 3 game. They're going to host Baker County the next day on the 24th. And the pitch to Washington is down in the dirt for ball 1. March 28th, Bulldogs go up to Yulee up in Nassau County. And they'll round out the month of March with a home game against Santa Fe down in Alachua. And this pitch is a fastball just outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Keelan Washington, we said this before, one of the fastest players in all of Jacksonville. If he gets on base, watch the fun. Stevens with the 2-0 and a line drive, 1 hopper to the second baseman and a throw to first. Wharton gets the out. So a good man for the Bulldogs to keep off the bases. K.C. Eisenberg at the plate. Eisenberg grounded out to the third baseman his first time up. Came into today's game hitting .316 with 7 runs driven in. High pop foul out of play. Then a district match against Providence at Providence on March 31st. However, Coach Morales said his team's been invited to play up in North Carolina as it did last year. So That Providence game, not 100% certain if it'll take place on the 31st. 1 ball, no strikes, and this pitch is taken down and in for ball 2. The next home game for the Conquerors, as this one misses a little bit inside. So 3 balls, no strikes on Jackson Green, the Bulldogs shortstop. Let you know about that home game after this pitch. And it's ball 4, so the leadoff man is aboard here in the top of the 4th. First walk issued by Labus. And it brings up the first baseman, Evan Johnson. On April 4th, the Conquerors return home to play Duval Charter. And a pretty heavy home-laden schedule throughout April. April 11th against Bishop Snyder, 13th against Episcopal. April 20th, Alan D. Neese comes to Trinity Ball Yard. 27th, big game against Bowles, another crosstown rivalry between Trinity Christian Academy and this time the Bowles School of Jacksonville. On April 7th, district game down in Putnam County at Interlochen. And the other 2 games on the docket at the end of the month of April. On the 25th, TCA at University Christian. And on the 26th, at Ponte Vedra. TCAJax.org has the athletic information for the Conquerors. Runner at first, nobody out. Evan Johnson lined into that double play we've mentioned, did that to end the first inning. Green drew the walk, he leads off, and the first pitch is upstairs for ball 1. So Labus has missed with his first 5 pitches here in the 4th. He's allowed only 1 hit, no runs so far. And this one is a breaking ball down and in. Eisenberg kept it in front of him, kept the runner Green at first base. Eisenberg with a very good arm behind the plate. Quick release. That's why he's on his way to Hillsborough Community College next fall. And the pitch is popped up and out of play. 2 balls and a strike. Top of the 4th, 3-0 in favor of the Conquerors. Again, welcome everyone, especially our viewers from Live Oak, fans of Suwanne High School. Glad you're able to join us on live stream through TCAJax.org. Ground ball to Eisenberg at second, a flip to Martin for 1, over to first, double play. Tyler Eisenberg starts the 4-6-3 double play. And with 2 outs, the bases are now empty. Second double play turned by the Conquerors. And it brings up the Bulldogs pitcher, Zane Stevens. He flew out to center field, leading off the second inning. Squares around a bunt, fouls it off. Stevens came into today's game an even 300. 6 out of 20 before his at-bat in the first. Rather, the second inning leading off. And the 0-1 is popped up down the right side. Washington giving chase. Simmons, neither one can get there. Eisenberg trips over Simmons. He's down, but he looks like he's going to be all right. He's up and laughs it off. Going to take a little more than a slip to get Tyler Eisenberg out of this ball game. That is a gamer you see out there at second base for Coach Gil Morales. He can play all 4 infield positions. He's also a pitcher, and he can bring it. He's a junior. He's already verbally committed to Arkansas University. And a pitch from Labus. Chop, foul, and the count remains 0-2. All 3 runs for the Conquerors coming in the bottom half of the second. Eisenberg sets up way outside. This one caught too much of the plate. Hit hard, but right at the center fielder, Chad Ragland, and that'll retire the side. A walk, but erased on a double play. So Labus faces a minimum here in the 4th. Bottom of the 4th coming up. Conquerors lead 3-0.
Notre Dame pulls out a close one against Princeton, 60-58. University of Virginia defeats University of North Carolina Wilmington, 76-71. Butler over Winthrop, 76-64. Gonzaga over South Dakota State, 66-46. And West Virginia over Bucknell, 86-80.
Thank you, Mr. David Seekbert, for bringing us the final scores in round one of the NCAA men's basketball tournament. Hopefully you were able to catch some of that action this morning, this afternoon. Florida State plays later tonight. Right here, we got a 3-0 ball game as the Conquerors bat in the bottom of the fourth. Brian Munoz, a DH, number 9 hitter, leading things off. Stevens with the first pitch. It's in there for a strike. Munoz, Ragland, and Martin due up for the Conquerors. Chop foul. And Munoz, a freshman, down 0-2. Munoz reached on an error his first time up. That was in the second. Laid down a sacrifice bunt. Came around to score on a base hit from Dylan Simmons. And the pitch, a curveball, and Munoz stays alive. Count 0-2. Zero, 1, and 2. The line score for the Bulldogs. 3, 3, and 2 for the Conquerors. The 0-2 check swing. Ball got away, but Munoz held up in time. One ball, 2 strikes. Stevens with the pitch. Hit hard towards short. Green, good throw to first. One away. Center fielder Chad Ragland, 0 for 2. Ground out and a strikeout. Mid-Tennessee leads Minnesota 67-58. About 5.5 minutes left to go. Stevens with the pitch, down in the dirt. Ball 1. Northwestern over Vandy, 49-37. 13 minutes left to play. Line drive headed toward right field, and it's going to hang up. And a nice play by Blake Tedder to retire Chad Ragland. Well, the Bulldogs have had a few hard drives to right caught. They return the favor on Ragland, and there are 2 away. Shortstop Austin Martin. He has struck out and walked and scored. Number 11, Xavier, taking on number 6, Maryland. 6:50 tonight. And the pitch in there for a strike. A nice curveball from Zane Stevens. Top seed Villanova. Underway at 7:10 tonight. Line drive hit hard right at the shortstop, Jackson Green. And the Conquerors for the second straight inning go down in order. A couple of balls hit hard, but atom balls to retire the side. After 4, Trinity leads 3-0. Conquerors lead 3-0 as we go to the top of the 5th. Right fielder Blake Tedder will lead things off. He's followed by Josh Wharton and Bo Bonds. With that win for the Gators, they're going to take their round 2 action up against number 5 seed Virginia. That'll be this coming Saturday. Number 4 seed Florida Gators, winning their first round ball game in the Eastern region of the NCAA Big Dance Tournament. Blake Tedder in right field. He reached on an error his first time up. First pitch misses outside. .316 batting average for Tedder coming into today's ball game. This one has a chance to get up the middle. Austin Martin picks it off and gets the out at first. Excellent job by Amars. He cut the ball off. Looked like it was a base hit up the middle, but instead the leadoff man is retired. Second baseman Josh Wharton grounded out to short his first time up. Just a little bit outside, so Labus down 1-0. Swing and a miss. That evens it up at a ball and a strike. This one catches the outside corner, so it's 1-2. The Florida State Seminoles take on Florida Gulf Coast University, 9:20 p.m. tonight. That game on TNT. Slow roller toward Eisenberg at second. He will flip to first, and that's out number 2. Florida Gulf Coast, if I remember correctly, knocked off the University of North Florida in the Atlantic Sun Conference to keep the Ospreys out of the big dance for the second time in that school's history. Jacksonville's University of North Florida came close, did not get the call this year. First pitch to Bo Bonds misses outside. Bonds line hard down the right field line his first time up. Keelan Washington ran it down. The 1-0 in there for a strike. Bonds a .222 hitter coming into today's action. Chopper towards third. Aldrich plays the hop, throws to first, and that'll retire the side. 5 men in a row, retired by A.J. Labus. Bottom of the 5th coming up. Conquerors lead 3-0. Dylan Simmons will lead things off for the Conquerors in the bottom half of the 5th. He is 1 for 1, had an RBI single in the second, drew a walk his first time up. Lady Conquerors are underway, taking on the Mandarin Mustangs. Line drive headed toward the gap. It's going to get over the head of Furry. Simmons around first, on his way to second, and he'll stop there with a stand-up double. Dylan Simmons hits the first pitch of the inning down to the left center field gap, and the Conquerors get the leadoff man at second base. Tyler Eisenberg stepping to the plate. He had an RBI double his last time up. He's also reached on an error, so 1 for 2 with an RBI. Mo Smith got the first 3 batters she faced in the top of the first, so the Lady Conquerors are coming to bat in a scoreless tie against Mandarin. Eisenberg squared around a bunt, took one inside. In case you missed it earlier, we mentioned that the Lady Conquerors 10-2 on the season. They won their first 6 ball games. They are a perfect 10 wins, no losses here at home. And the pitch, Eisenberg squares around, lays it down, has a chance to beat it. Stevens on it, throw to first, just in time to get Eisenberg. Fine play by Zane Stevens to get the speedy runner at first, 1 away. Successful sacrifice bunt as Dylan Simmons advances to third, and it brings up the left fielder Logan Nugent. Conquerors had a 10-2 win the other night. That's the varsity softball team. Tuesday night, they defeated district opponent Interlochen Rams 10-2. 2 home runs from Amaya Ross. And this curveball is in there. Rather just missed a bit inside. 2 balls, no strikes. If you want to see some good high school softball coming out to Trinity Christian Academy. Ground ball to the shortstop, and it gets through into left field. And Simmons will score. We'll see how that one is scored. It's an RBI for Logan Nugent either way.
Now to bat, number 4, Keelan Washington.
And that is being scored, a base hit. So Nugent, an RBI single, brings up Keelan Washington, the right fielder. Courtesy runner, or rather pinch runner for Logan Nugent, number 26, Christian Nobles, will head over to first base. Nobles does a lot of pinch running for Coach Gil Morales. He has a lot of speed. Sophomore in his second year with the school, and caught leaning a little bit, but he got back just in time. Keelan Washington is 0 for 2, a fly out to center and a ground ball to second base. Takes the first pitch well outside for ball 1. Washington came into today's ball game batting .375 and on base at a .500 clip. Started to square around, pulled it back. 2 balls, no strikes. Of course, if you're a follower of TCA Baseball on Game Changer, you can get this information. Coach Gil Morales and Vanessa Eisenberg doing the scorekeeping and uploading the Game Changer. She also keeps things going live, so you're able to check in there when we're not able to broadcast for you. Washington, 3 balls, no strikes. We carry a number of the varsity softball games as well. Showed them live Tuesday night. Fastball is in there for a strike. Lady Conquerors are about to embark on a nice road trip after tonight's ball game. Ball 4 misses high, and Washington draws the walk. 4th walk issued by Stevens, and with 2 on and 1 out. K.C. Eisenberg at the plate. He's 0 for 2. Tomorrow night, Conquerors softball at Yulee. They're going to have a spring break tournament out in Tallahassee as they take on Godby and Lincoln, among other teams joining that one. First pitch to Eisenberg misses up high. Next home game for the Lady Conquerors, April 3rd, or rather March 28th, senior night against Duval Charter. We're going to have that one for you right here through tcajacks.org. On April 3rd, they will host Bartram Trail at 6 p.m. That Duval Charter Senior Night game, 7 p.m. on March 28th. And this one's in there for a strike. 2-1 on the catcher, K.C. Eisenberg. A run is already in. The Conquerors lead 4-0. Throw to second, runner back. Kristen Nobles aboard at second. He pinch ran after Logan Nugent singled into left. Keelan Washington drew the walk, and Eisenberg at the plate with one out. Squares around, pulls it back. This one's up and in. Aldrich waits on deck. Eisenberg way ahead, 3 balls and a strike. Squares around, and this one also misses upstairs, and that'll load up the bases. McMillan heading out to the mound. That's the 5th walk issued by Zane Stevens. Conqueror at every base, and there you see number 5, Dawson Feetsum, heading over to first base. He's the courtesy runner for K.C. Eisenberg. Feetsum, a sophomore. Not his first year on the varsity roster. He saw some action last year. He was a member of the freshman team mainly. Got a good number of at-bats with the varsity squad as well. Timeout on the mound. And it looks like we might have a pitching change for the Bulldogs. Heading to the mound, number 15, Dalton Croft. Croft, a sophomore, coming in from center field to take over for Zane Stevens on the mound. 4 1/3 innings for Zane Stevens, 4 runs. One of them earned, but he is responsible for the 3 base runners. When we resume, sophomore Connor Aldrich will be up there with the bases loaded. He singled and scored in the second. Grounded out to the pitcher his last time up. Lady Conquerors 2 on in the bottom of the first. 2 outs, and Crystal Haynes at the plate. She's already homered a couple of times this year. And Haynes trying to put her team on the board and give them an early lead. Nobles at third, Washington at second, Feetsum at first. Last 2 men drew walks. Connor Aldrich at the plate. 1 for 2 with a run scored. And the first pitch from Croft misses up and away, ball 1. Haynes, an RBI, single to left field, so the Lady Conquerors off to a 1-0 lead. They're still batting in the bottom of the first. Ball 2, up and away. 2 balls, no strikes. Croft taking over for Zane Stevens. This one misses down and away. Ball 3 on Aldrich. Nowhere to put him. Aldrich way ahead, 3 balls, no strikes, looking for one he can drive, taking all the way on this one and it's 3-1. Conqueror at every base. Aldrich in the driver's seat, and the pitch in the dirt, ball 4. Noble scores. Conquerors lead 5-0. Washington advances to third. KC Eisenberg, or rather Feetsum, the courtesy runner for Eisenberg, at second. RBI walk for Connor Aldrich, and it brings up the DH, Brian Munoz. This one catches the outside corner. No balls and a strike. Munoz 0 for 1. Scored a run. Laid down a sac bunt in the second. Beautiful breaking ball. A lot of bite to it. A little too much, and it was inside. Munoz looking for his first hit of the season. 1-1. This one is down and in, ball 1. We mentioned earlier he missed the beginning of the season. He had a concussion he suffered during batting practice one day. Missed the first few ball games. Took a while to get back in the lineup. And now he's there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bases loaded, 1 out. Conquerors have already scored twice here in the 5th. They lead 5-0.
No, I did one time.
Croft with the pitch. High pop foul. Over near the fence. It's going to stay in play and caught by McMillan. Big out for the lefty Dalton Croft, and 2 down for the top of the order. Chad Ragland is 0 for 3. Hit the ball hard his last time up. Line drive right to the right fielder, Blake Tedder. And now there's a discussion. Coach Morales and both umpires. Now Coach Justin Bruce heading out towards third base. Ragland at the plate. Not sure what this discussion is about. It was a pop-up of the catcher. Play made by McMillan. All runners held. Still not sure what they're talking about down near the third base bag. Lady Conquerors ended the inning with 1 run, now leading 1-0 in the 2nd inning. Mandarin at the plate. The bases are loaded. There are 2 outs. Ragland waiting his turn. Spring training action. Diamondbacks trail the Brewers 6-5 in the 6th. Cubs lead the Dodgers 1-0 in the 7th. Cleveland 6, Oakland 4 in the 6th. Seattle 9-2 over Kansas City, that game in the 6th. Kansas City's other split squad leads San Diego 11-2. And now things are getting heated out by the third base bag. Coach Morales, Coach Bruce, exchanging words. And the players being directed to stay away. Again, not sure what the discussion is all about. But the teams have been separated.
All right, now would be a good time to stop by the band. Hamburgers and cheeseburgers, hot dogs, water and soda, Gatorade, and even some hot chocolate.
And still no word on what's going on. Of course, fans from both teams shouting encouragement to their players. Coach Morales still talking with the umpires. Philadelphia and Baltimore just underway. Pittsburgh leads the Red Sox 1-0 in the 2nd. Detroit 5, Atlanta 3. That's a final score from this afternoon. St. Louis 2, Minnesota 1. Washington 3-1 over the Mets. These are final scores. The Yankees beat the Blue Jays 11-5. Bulldogs are back on the field. Conquerors are still near the dugout, but now they're starting to come back out. Ragland has grabbed his bat, started head to the plate. When we resume, we'll have the bases loaded with 2 outs. Keelan Washington at third. Dawson Feetsum running for Eisenberg. He's at second, and Connor Aldrich will be at first. And we're going to have a new man at third. And we're wondering about Keelan Washington now, as he suddenly came out of the ball game. Not sure if that was a coach's decision or an umpire's decision.
Pinch running.
Nonetheless, Jalen Ross is the pinch runner at third base. Chad Ragland ready. So now Jalen Ross at third. Feetsum at second, Aldrich at first. 2 down. 2 runs have scored here in the bottom of the 5th. Croft with the pitch. This one behind the hitter for ball 1. One ball, no strikes on Ragland. And the pitch, swing and a foul ball. One ball, 1 strike. Ragland at the plate. He is 0 for 3. Breaking ball, a beauty in there for a strike. Now the 1-2, Croft from the stretch. Curveball ripped down the right side and foul. Count 1 ball, 2 strikes. According to what I see on Max Preps, this is Croft's first appearance on the mound for the Bulldogs. One ball, 2 strikes. Ball got loose on the field. That's the reason for the delay. And we're just about ready to resume. So Ragland steps back in. Croft on the mound. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch, a curved ball, hit high into center field, and it's going to hang up, and it'll be caught. Conquerors get a couple of runs. 2 hits, 2 walks, 3 hits rather, leave the bases loaded. Go to the top of the 6th. Conquerors lead 5-0. Top of the 6th. Conquerors lead 5-0. My mistake. That was not Dalton Croft pitching for the Bulldogs. That was number 16, Zach Law. Croft will lead things off here in the top of the 6th. He is 0 for 1, called out on strikes. So Zach Law, in relief of Zane Stevens, got out of that jam, left the bases loaded. Labus still on the mound for the Conquerors. 1 ball, 1 strike. Labus has pitched 5 innings, is not allowed a run. High fly ball, shallow left field, down a line. It's in there for a base hit. Martin getting to it quickly and getting it in and holding the runner to a single. It's only the 2nd hit that Labus has allowed. He has walked 1 and he struck out 1 as we get started here in the 6th. So the leadoff man is aboard, and it brings up the 3rd baseman, Houston Morrow. So that was Dalton Croft who made that catch in center field to end the bottom of the 5th. Thank you to the gentleman to my right for providing me the correct information. And a pitch from Labus. Breaking ball misses outside. Mandarin High School has put 5 on the board in the top of the 2nd. They lead the Conquerors now 5-1. The 1-2, up and in, ball 2. Had a 2-run double and an RBI triple in that big 2nd inning. High fly ball out of play. Two balls and a strike on Morrill. He's gone to the left side both times, 0 for 2, and a line drive into center. Ragland on the run and makes a diving catch for out number 1. Chad Ragland, using his speed, goes all out, robs Morrill of a hit, and there's 1 away. Sam McMillan at the plate, 1 for 2. 435 coming into today. That has gone up a little bit with a 1 for 2 performance so far. It's hit the ball hard both times up, and the pitch right at the Conquerors dugout.
Currently batting for the Bulldogs, number 8, Sam McMillan.
McMillan singled to right in the 1st, lined out to the right fielder, then Washington. Line drive, Aldrich with the snare, throw to first, the double play retires the side.
Double play in the 6th inning.
Aldrich went up the ladder to rob McMillan of a hit. Great defense by the Conquerors. That's the 3rd double play they have turned today. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It's Trinity Christian 5, Suwanne nothing. Bottom of the 6th, Conquerors sending up hitters 2, 3, and 4. Austin Martin, Dylan Simmons, Tyler Eisenberg. Zach Law was the man who came in for Zane Stevens. I had that mistaken. He got out of the jam with the bases loaded. Law with an ERA of 0, making his second appearance before he came in last inning. Zane Stevens, 4 1/3. 5 runs, but only 2 of them earned. 4 hits, 4 walks, and 4 strikeouts. Austin Martin leading things off. He's 0 for 2. He's also walked and scored. So Law with the pitch. It is up and away for ball 1. Again, Lady Conquerors trailing now 5-1 as they bat in the bottom of the 2nd. There was a 2-run double, an RBI triple, and a steal of home in that top of the 2nd for the Mustangs. 2 balls, no strikes on Martin. Three and 0. .30 pitch, swung on and missed. Three balls and a strike. Off-speed pitch misses inside for ball 4, so Martin aboard with his second walk of the afternoon.
Now batting number 18.
First walk by Law.
Simmons.
And Martin, though, again, he got off to a tough start, but his on-base percentage with those 2 walks, very close to .500. And the pitch is in there for a strike. He's walked now 5 times and has been hit by a pitch 7 times this season. Big lead for Amar, and the pitch is a breaking ball that hits the batter in the foot. And the Conquerors have 2 men aboard with nobody out.
Now batting number 22, Tyler Eisenberg.
Tyler Eisenberg steps up to the plate. He is 1 for 2, had an RBI double. He's also laid down a sacrifice bunt. Martin at second, Simmons at first, nobody out. The pitch misses low for ball 1. Law misses up and away, ball and a strike. The 2-0 hit hard into center field, right at Croft. He's there to make the catch. Here's a runner tagging, a good throw to third, not in time. Martin tags, and the Conquerors have runners at the corners.
Now batting for the Conquerors, number 15,
Logan Nugent. He has struck out. He has singled, scored, and driven in a run. Came out for a pinch runner, but he has re-entered to regain his position in left field. Martin at third, Simmons at first. Nugent at the plate. 1 away. Well hit into right center field. Croft on the run, will not get there. Martin will score. Simmons pulling up into third. He will stop there, and Nugent has himself an RBI double. Second hit, second RBI for Logan Nugent. And the Conquerors have a run in. Runners at second and third with 1 man out.
Now batting number 5, Dawson Beatsom.
Dawson Feetsum took over in right field for Keelan Washington. We saw him as a courtesy runner, so officially not used up. He's getting his first at-bat of the ball game. So he steps in to face a left-hander, Zach Law. Feetsum hitting .308. He is 4 for 13. He has driven in a run, and he's scored 4 times. Second and third, one man out. And the first pitch inside for ball 1. Corner infield's in, middle infield back, and this one a check swing and a foul ball. Johnson in on the grass on that last pitch. He now backs up a little bit. Third baseman Morrill playing even with the bag. Johnson now steps up near the infield grass. And the pitch is in the dirt. They're conceding the runs up the middle. Green, shortstop. Wharton at second. They're playing back. A lot of room to the right side of the bag, and Feetsum will go up the middle, but he takes this one upstairs. It's 3-1. Feetsum will use the entire field. He can turn on it if the ball's down and in. He will go up the middle and the other way as well. And the 3-1 high pop-up on the infield. Wharton is calling for it, and he has it.
Pinch hitting for
2 down, and the Conquerors will send up a pinch hitter, Louis Torres. Does some pitching for the Conquerors up there now with second and third and 2 men out. Mostly a pitcher, but he's 1 for 2 this season. And the first pitch in on the corner for strike 1. Second and third, 2 men out, and the 0-1 misses inside. Lady Conquerors now batting in the bottom of the third, still trailing 5-1. The 1-1 misses down and in, ball 2. Two balls and a strike to the pinch hitter, Torres. The pitch, down and in, ball 3. Aldrich on deck. He's had a pretty good ball game. 2 hits, a run scored, and a run driven in. Looking for an opportunity here in the 6th. Action in the Conquerors bullpen, so we'll see if Labus comes out to finish it. And a strike on the corner fills up the count. Labus has gone the distance so far. He's not allowed a run, just 2 hits. 3-2, the pitch. High pop foul over near the fence, and it will get out of play into the dugout. Morrill reached over the fence, unable to get to it. Made a valiant attempt. Torres will get another opportunity. Cameron Jones is the Conqueror reliever in the bullpen. 3-2 the pitch. Pop foul out of play to the right side. Jones, one of those 7 seniors we mentioned earlier, he's going to head up to University of South Carolina at Sumter this fall. He, Dalton Terrell, and Logan Nugent will all play ball at Sumter. And the pitch, taken outside, ball 4, and that'll load up the bases. Second walk issued by Law, and it brings up Aldrich. Already mentioned 2 out of 3. Drove in a run his last time up. And a meeting at the mound for the Bulldogs. Tomorrow night, Conquerors will host Calvary Christian in their second game of this Bob Watkins Tournament of Champions. We'll have that for you on live stream through tcajax.org. 7 o'clock first pitch scheduled time tomorrow night. Saturday afternoon against Westminster Christian. Game is scheduled for 3, but that'll depend on how long the 2 ball games in front of them go. New man on the mound for the Bulldogs, number 6, Wharton. So Josh Wharton takes over for Zach Law. Saying hello to Cody Ragland sitting next to me, Chad's older brother, member of the Trinity Baptist College Eagles coaching staff and a former player for the Eagles as well. Wharton on the mound now for the Bulldogs. No ERA, 0-0-0. Making his second appearance, he has pitched 2 innings, 2 hits, but no runs so far this season. How'd you like that dive and catch Chad made a little while ago?
Nice catch. Nice.
Cody's saying a very nice catch. Now, it's not the first time Chad has done that. He brings his glove every time. He is one that he just loves to be on the baseball field.
Yep. Yeah, I know.
Now batting for the Conquerors, number 1.
Cody Ragland, TBC Eagles assistant coach, former catcher for Coach John Copeland. We carry the Eagles home games as well, tbceagles.com, and they're going to play against Johnson University this coming Monday afternoon, and then a doubleheader on Tuesday. Aldrich fouls the first pitch off. No balls and a strike. At the end of next week, the Eagles are taking on Edward Waters College from right here in downtown Jacksonville. They're coming over to Trinity Ball Yard for a 3-game series next weekend. Wharton winds up, and the pitch. Good curveball for strike 2. Cubs lead the Dodgers 4-0 in the 9th. Cleveland 6, Oakland 5 in the 8th. Milwaukee leads Arizona 7-5 in the 8th in spring training action. Chopper, Aldrich has a chance to beat it. Throw to first just in time. And a good scoop at first. Nice play by Jackson Green to get the out at first. The Conquerors get 1. Go to the 7th. Conquerors lead it 6-0. Cameron Jones takes over for A.J. Labus here in the top of the 7th. A.J. went 6 innings, no runs, 2 hits. He walked 1 and he struck out 1. And he stands to be the winning pitcher should the score hold up. Due up for the Bulldogs, Jackson Green, Evan Johnson, and Zane Stevens, 3, 4, and 5 in the batting order. Lady Conquerors still trail 5-1. That game now in the top of the 4th with Mandarin hitting. They had a big 5-run second inning. Coach Houston's team has been behind before. They've made a number of comebacks, and Like I said earlier, they're 10-2 on the season, so regardless of how this game turns out, it's been a terrific season for Trinity Christian softball, trying to make their way back to the state playoffs. They reached the semifinals last year, and they have a good chance of bringing home a trophy in 2017. Cameron Jones, first pitch, the sidewinder, gets the outside corner for strike one. Tell you a little bit about Jones after this pitch, and this one misses inside. Cameron Jones has pitched 5 innings for Coach Morales, no record. This is his 5th appearance overall. He has an ERA of 2.80. The 1-1, swing and a miss. 1-2. He's allowed 2 earned runs, 4 total, 4 hits so far this season. And this one misses outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Jackson Green, no official at bat. Sack bunt in the first, and he walked in the 4th. Full count on the Bulldogs shortstop. And a payoff pitch. Chopper towards second. Eisenberg fields a hop and loses the handle. So that'll be an error on Eisenberg, and the leadoff man is aboard. 3rd error of the afternoon for the Conquerors. Evan Johnson steps up to the plate. He's had some tough luck. He's hit the ball hard both times up, both resulting in double plays, however. Line to left in the first. Runner caught trying to score from third. 4.63 DP last time up. And the first pitch taken for a strike. Hope you're able to join us tomorrow night. If you're able to come out to the ballpark, we'd love to have you. If not, tune in on live stream through tcajax.org athletics. And watch us take on Calvary Christian, one of the best 4A teams in the state of Florida. And the pitch. Line drive into left field. That's a base hit. Green around second. He will head to third. And Johnson pulls up with a double. Runners at second and third, nobody out for Zane Stevens.
Now batting for the Bulldogs, number 1, Zane Johnson.
Stevens has gone to center field twice. Hit the ball hard both times. Chad Ragland, though, as we said a little while ago, flashes some very good leather out there in center field. Big opportunity for Stevens. 2 on, nobody out. Both runners in scoring position. Jones will work from the stretch. And the pitch. Change up, misses down and away. Jones set with the 1-0. Fastball outside, 2 balls, no strikes. Jones again from the stretch. This one is in there. 2 balls and a strike on Stevens. The 2-1 is on the outside corner, and that evens up the count. Two and two. Conquerors infield playing back. They'll give up the run for the out. And the pitch misses just a little bit low, and that fills up the count. All 4 infielders playing back, trying to knock it down. Keep the second runner from scoring. Chopper towards short. Aldrich cuts it off, throw to first, and everybody holds, and the out recorded. So the defense
Blake Tedder.
going to work once again. Aldrich cuts in front, makes the play. Everybody holds, and there's one out. Blake Tedder, 0 for 2. So Jones gets a big out, keeps that runner at third. Again, the infield playing back. Aldrich now stepping up even with the bag, and the first pitch is a little bit low. Again, Aldrich creeping in. Rest of the infield back, and a fastball for a strike. Dawson Feetsum has moved from right to left. Ragland in center. And a pitch, a breaking ball, misses upstairs. Looks like David Seekbert playing right field for the Conquerors. Big gap in left center. And a pitch, high chopper on the infield. Martin charges in, his only play is to first. A run scores, but there are 2 outs. Excellent job by Amar to get the out at first. Nothing he could do to prevent the run from scoring. Green crosses, and it's 6-1.
Now batting number 6.
Credit Blake Tedder with an RBI. Johnson moves to third, and with 2 outs, Josh Wharton at the plate for the Bulldogs. He is 0 for 2, grounded out twice, and the pitch in there for a strike. Lady Conquerors batting in the bottom of the 4th, still trailing 5-1. But they have 2 on with nobody out. No balls, 2 strikes on Wharton. Jones needs to get just this one last man. And the 0-2, chopper foul. The run scored by Green is unearned as he reached on an error. No balls, 2 strikes. And Jones with the pitch, misses. Good job by Eisenberg. Keep that runner at third. And Jones from the stretch delivers the 1-2. Ground ball up the middle. Eisenberg ranges over, throws to first, and that's the ball game. Bulldogs get 1 here in the top of the 7th. Final score, Trinity Christian 6, Suwanne 1. A.J. Labus, the winning pitcher, 6 innings, 2 hits. He walked 1, he struck out 1. Zane Stevens takes a loss for the Bulldogs. He went 4 1/3 innings. Only 2 of those runs were earned. Tomorrow night, Trinity Christian hosts Calvary Christian, the defending 4A state champions, right here at Trinity Christian Academy. Tune in to live stream through tcajax.org if you're unable to make it to the ballpark. For Dean Bureau on camera, Coach Gil Morales, Athletic Director Verlin Dormany, I'm Ray Bureau. On behalf of the entire school, saying good night, God bless you from Trinity Christian Academy. Me.